Hello again, everyone, and welcome once again to Instruments for Change. Now, I would like to just welcome you into this beautiful, beautiful fraternity of musicians that you can play and praise the Lord and give Him all the glory. Now, we have done 4 classes before, and those 4 classes built the foundation for our music. And so we learned about our scales, we learned about the cycle of fifths, we learned about our chords, our major and our minor chords, and we learned how to play some progressions using the cycle of fifths, and we go from one key to the next one. And if you practice that, you would have been able to play every minor key, every major key in any key. It will not give you any trouble if you just practice everything that we did. Now, all the things that we did before, it's a long shot. You will have to spend many, many days practicing those. But if you do it, you'll have no problems moving forward with what we are doing today. Now, today, I'll pick up from last week where we started playing the scales. And we started playing the scales of the first 6 scales using a particular finger pattern, or what we call fingering. Now, the fingering, if you'll follow me again, we'll start on C. And we have 8 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, those first 8 notes makes up what we have as the scale, the Dorian scale or the major scale as we all know it. And we know it as Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. And we remember we have 8 keys or 8 notes in the scale, but only 5 fingers. So because we couldn't grow 3 more fingers, what we have to do is to play the first 3 fingers, and we're only concentrating on the right hand today. I'll add the left hand at another time. But practice the right hand over and over and over again until it is perfect. Now remember, do not practice until you get it right. Practice until you cannot get it wrong. Now, so what we do is that in that first scale we play our fingers 1, 2, 3, then we start over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where we'll get the 8 notes from. So let's play the first 6 scales. And we're going to now add a second octave to those scales. So it would be, in the key of C, it will be 1, 2, 3. You put your thumb under, and then you start over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just as we did with the last lesson. And we repeat the pattern coming back down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Now, I am trusting that you practiced all the things that I gave you to practice, and you now know these skills as I taught them to you the last time, and the finger patterns or the fingering that I taught you the last time. Now I'm going to add yet another octave. Now, if we should discuss what an octave is just 8 notes. So if we play from C to the C that is just above it, that's 1 octave. If we play to the second C above that, that would be 2 octaves. Now, How is it that we are going to get all these notes and only 5 fingers? This is how we play them. We play 1, 2, 3. We go under 1, 2, 3, 4. And for the second octave, we repeat that. We go under with our thumb again. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do that again. This is ascending. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, we are to play the notes in the exact timing of the note before. We should not have any space, or we need to play the beats even with each note, and we need to play the volume or the intensity the same sound, the same volume. So some notes should not be louder than some. All right? So let's practice with me now. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go through this at the right pace now. And we do it slowly. Don't worry about speed. Let's do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's ascending. Now descending, it's the same pattern that we use going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Now, needless to say, if we are playing 3 octaves, we are going to do the similar pattern, but we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and repeat the pattern descending. So let me just do 3 octaves. We will not be practicing 3 octaves here, but you can do it on your own. So 3 octaves would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Now that you can practice on your own. But for now, we are going to be doing just 2 octaves. Now, in our cycle of fifths, I taught you how to do the first 6 last week. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to do all 6 that we did last week, 2 octaves this time. Now, if you are not familiar with them in 1 octave, you can revisit the last lesson, and then you will learn how to play just 1 octave. Then you can add the 2nd octave, and on your own, you can add 3 octaves. So to save time, I will not be explaining too much, but the patterns are repeated. Now, when I go to the other scales, then I'll explain some more. So we have to follow the exact way that we did it the last time, counting through and understanding the sound that it makes every single time we change a key. When we do it the way that we do it, we get used to an interval called the perfect fifth. And that's very important because you need to hear it. When you start to play by ear, when you listen to music on your recordings or some music that you want to play on your own, you have to get used to these intervals and be able to find them at will. Now, so we're going to go through the first 6 scales, 2 octaves. Not much explanation because we did that in the last lesson. Are you ready? Let's go. We start with C. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And to change to the next scale, you count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can just go 1, 5 to get used to that interval. Then we start at G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And that will take us to our next key, which is D, 2 sharps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That would take us to A, 3 sharps. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Now that takes us now to E. 4 sharps. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And that will take us to our last one, which is B. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we have done all 6 in 2 octaves. All you have to do is to practice this over and over and over again, and practice until you cannot get it wrong. All right, good. Now, let's go to the other keys and the other scales and let us play there. Now, this is a popular notion which is incorrect. The popular notion is that the more black keys you have, the more difficult it is to play. Not so. I find that the more black keys you have, the easier it is for your fingers to find them. Now, I'm going to show you by demonstrating in our keys. We're going to start with our next in the cycle of fifths. And remember, always refer to the cycle of fifths chart. That will give you guidance with everything that you do. Remember the other lessons that we use it. Keep your eyes on the chart. This guides you. Now, when we move from B, our next key will be F sharp. Now we know the notes in F sharp by this time. We know all these notes. I will not be going over those notes. But look, I need you to remember this. Now, when you look at the 3 black keys, these 3 fingers play these 3 black keys. The 2 black keys, these 2 fingers. Now, some teachers teach the black keys this way, where you assign those 3 fingers to the 3 black keys and the 2 fingers to the 2 black keys. I have a slightly different way of playing it, and we're going to use my method. Now, this is why it is so easy, because when you are using the black keys, all you have to know is which fingers are assigned to these keys, and they do not change, except for when you're beginning the scales with my method. And of course, there are other methods to do it, and that's fine. But use the one that works well for you. Well, if you're learning from me, we're going to use my method, and we'll see how that works out. All right. So we're going to play the F sharp scale. Now, if you want to remember the notes in the F sharp scale, remember we play all the black notes, and we play B and E sharp, which is the same thing as F, as white notes. So keep that in mind. So let's play the F sharp scale 1 octave. Now, if you notice, these 3 notes have been assigned these 3 fingers, and these 2 notes, these 2 fingers. The white note, when you're leaving the black note, ascending, and you're going to the white note, you play the thumb. Then you continue the pattern. The second finger always follows the thumb. Then we're coming off this black note, and we're going to the white note. We go under the thumb. Very good. And we conclude with, in this case, the second finger. So 1 octave, F sharp. These 3 fingers, these 3 black notes, and these 2 black notes, these 2 fingers, the second and the third. Second, third, and fourth here, second and the third. Remember, this is your first finger, your thumb. So now, let's play this, this scale 2 octaves. And we'll start here on this F sharp. Very good. Now, again, it would be 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And we repeat the pattern going down. Now, that's enough for explanation. All you need to do is to practice this over and over. Now remember, we're going to add the left hand soon enough. And when we add the left hand, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but it will not be too hard. I promise you, there is a method to learning this, and when you learn it properly, it is going to be so easy. So easy. So let's do just that scale again. Then I'll go to the next one, which is D flat. Now we're on D flat. So remember, these 2 fingers are assigned here. These 3 are assigned here. And when you're when you're ascending and you're leaving the black note to the white note, you use your thumb. So let's do that now. Then the thumb. You see that? These 2 fingers, then your thumb, then these 3 fingers, then the thumb. And I will not go over the notes in the D flat scale. You should know it by this time because you have been practicing from before. So let's do it again. We start somewhere else, but the fingers are assigned to these notes. This is what makes it so easy. Once you know what finger is assigned to what note, it's so easy. All you have to do is to follow the pattern. So we start on the second finger, and these 2 are assigned here, and these 3 are assigned here. So let's go again. that is the scale of D flat major. Now remember, when I said D flat or D flat major, it's the same thing. We talk about the minor scales, we always have to say minor. And we have the melodic minor, we have the harmonic minor scales. And we have the natural minor scales and some other scales in between. But those are the ones we are going to concentrate on, the major scale, the melodic minor, and the harmonic minor. But for now, just the major scales. So, let's do it one more time, then we go to A flat. And when you're practicing, remember, do it over and over and over again until you cannot get it wrong. And the more you do it, the faster you will be able to play. So you keep doing it over and over, up and down, ascending and descending on the scale. So let's go to our next scale, which is A flat. Now, some teachers will say, because these three fingers are assigned here, we start the scale on the third finger. And we end on the third finger. For me, it feels really, really clumsy. So we keep following the pattern. However, I prefer to start my scales on the second finger when I am playing on the black notes. So I start with the second finger, and then when I go to my first white note, that is when I pick the pattern up. So instead of starting on the third finger, which will keep the pattern of keeping the assigned fingers to the assigned note, I start on the second finger. But you experiment with it and you see which one works for you the best. So for this demonstration, I'll start on the second finger. And for all the other keys that we start on the black note, we'll start on the second finger. So we'll start 2, 3, then we go to the thumb, then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we end on the third finger, and we use the same pattern coming down. Just remember, descending, when you're on the B flat, you use your fourth finger. On the E flat, you use your third finger. Except for me, when I'm finishing, I finish on the second finger. So, let's do this again. A flat scale. And you do that over and over again until it becomes perfect. Now, let's look at our next key, which is E flat major. Again, some teachers will teach you that because these two fingers are assigned to the two black keys, we should start with the third finger on E flat. And that's fine. That's okay. I just prefer to start my scales with the second finger. So for this demonstration, again, we start with the second finger, then the pattern picks up when I play the thumb for the first time, which is the very next note. So for me, I'll start on the second finger for E flat, then go to the first. So it will be 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So now, without the interruptions, this is what the E flat scale will look like. And remember, you do that over and over and over and over. Personally, I find the E flat scale to be the hardest one for me when I was learning scales. You'll find something else, but what you need to do is to keep working at it and work on it, practice until you cannot get it wrong. So our next scale in our cycle of fifths will take us to, yes, you got it right, B flat. Again, because these 3 fingers are assigned here. Some teachers will tell you start on the 4th finger, which is okay if that works for you. So this is what that would look like. We go to 4th finger here, and remember now, B flat only has 2 black notes. So B flat and E flat. So we start with B flat, then we go to the thumb, then we play the 3rd finger on E flat, and we end on the 4th. And then descending, now we end on the 4th. If that works for you, great. But for my method, I always start with the 2nd finger. And this is what makes it easy. Remember, when descending, that's where it gets confusing at times. When descending, remember, 4th finger for B flat. Great. And the 3rd finger for E flat. That's great. Glad you remembered. So let's start again. B flat. You see the 4th finger, the 3rd finger. Descending, 3rd finger on E flat, 4th finger on B flat. And if you can remember that, it will be so easy for you. All right, and our last one would be F, the F scale. Now, the F scale starts on a white note, and you would be tempted to play just like the C major scale, where you play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except that the B flat is an interruption in that pattern. So if you play 1, 2, 3, you're forced to put the thumb somehow on the B flat. Now remember, with these 3 fingers assigned to these 3 black notes and these 2 assigned to these 2 black notes, the thumb and the pinky does not play, in the scales that is, any black note. So you'll have to play in the F scale 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you end on the 4th finger on F, and then descending. So the B flat gets there, you got it, the 4th finger. Very good. Now, so remember, you are going to play the scales over and over. Now, one more tip before we leave this section is, when you're playing the scales and anything else that you're playing, the part of your finger that plays the notes is important. Now there is a way where when we play, our fingers, I guess, break over like this. That's incorrect. Keep your fingers curved, like almost like a claw. You play with the tips of your fingers. That simply means that your nails need to be a little shorter. And for the thumb, you play it with the side here, because you can't play with the tip. So when you're playing, and if you hope to get some speed, any at all, you have to play. You have to play with the tips of your finger. That's the only way for you to get any kind of speed. So we are going to pick up when we come back again with playing some chords, and today we are going to add the melodies. God bless you until you come back.
The next person in line, your friend at school or your co-worker, may have COVID-19 and not know because they have no symptoms. You, on the other hand, could be hospitalized for 2 months or more if you become infected. Is it worth it? Stay socially connected, but keep the physical distance. Stay 6 feet away and avoid a hospital stay. COVID-19 is not over. Protect yourself while protecting others. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Coronavirus is in Jamaica, and I know you feel scared and worried. But you can't let COVID-19 divide us. Coronavirus infects all kinds of people. It doesn't discriminate. So why should you? When someone coughs or sneezes or shows signs of the virus, tell them to call 888-1-LOVE immediately. And remember, stay 6 feet away, but don't attack or disrespect them, because we're all in this thing together. Come on, Jamaica, cut the hate and don't discriminate. Let us stand together and fight COVID-19 as one family, one nation.
Welcome back. And now, for this section, we are going to be putting together our chords, and we're going to be adding one more element to it, which will be the melody. Now, it's not the easiest way, the easiest thing to do, because we are going to have to include something else in this called the inversion of the chords. All right, so let's take a simple song like Jesus loved the little ones, like me, 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 or you, you, you. All right. So this is what the song would sound like if I should play it for church. Now, let's talk a little bit about the chords that we'll be playing in this song. We're going to be playing C, then we're going to be playing G, D minor, back to G, back to the C, then we're going to play F, so for now, let's do it this way. Let's just play major chords for this one, just the major chords. So we're going to play, that's the C to the G. Then we can play the G again. Back to C. Then we repeat the C in the next phrase. Then F. Then G. Now, let's break this song down from beginning. Now, let's talk about the melody first. Just the melody. Now, if we were to play the melody, we are going to play what is happening here. Let us see if we can find some things in this to make this whole thing easy. Now, look at the first set of notes. Now, 3 notes. These 3 notes are being played. So we play on the first note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to play 6 on the very first note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to descend to the note just beside it, then the note just beside that. So it's then ascend or go up to the note just beside it, which is B, and play it 3 times. So let's look at that pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, down, then up, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. And when you're playing, break the song down into small pieces. Then practice that small piece, and then you move to the next piece. So it will be. Then we go to the next one. The next phrase is going to start on the note just above where it started the last time, which is D. And if you notice, we are going to play the same pattern starting on D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, and then up, 3. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you have played that phrase and you have learned it, which is, it should be easy because it's the same thing you did just before, just 1 note higher. So let's do both of them together. And it's the same thing starting on C first, then starting on D. Let's go. Next phrase. Very good. And you practice that over and over again until you get it right. Now let's go to the next phrase. Now, the first phrase started on C. The second phrase started on D. The third phrase is going to start on, take a guess, E. Now, it's a different pattern, but it starts on E. So you should be able to remember the first phrase on C, second phrase on D, the third phrase is on E. So let's go from the first phrase, second phrase D, third phrase E. Different pattern though. It says 1, 2, 3, then we go down and down. So for the children trying to remember, and even for adults, if you keep these patterns in your head, down and up and 3 times here and 6 times there and so on, it will be easy to remember. Count them out and follow the pattern and play in rhythm. So the third phrase starting on is 1, 2, 3, down, down. Now if I were you, I'll practice that phrase over and over again, and then I add it to the first 2 that I have. So this is what, when I've gotten this one, and I play it over again, and I know it now, I add it to the first 2. Then I play that over and over again, all 3 phrases, until I cannot get it wrong. Then we go to the next phrase, which is almost like the third phrase with a little twist. So the third phrase would be starting on E. So we go 1, 2, 3, down, down. Then we start the fourth phrase on D. So that's 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, down. Then we skip. And you play that phrase over again until you get it perfect. So I'll play the third phrase and the fourth phrase together now, just to learn it. Then play it over again until I cannot get it right. Then I go back to the first part, the very first phrase, and I play all the way to the fourth phrase. And I play the four phrases together until I cannot get it wrong. Then I add the rest, the other two, to it. So the next is 3 notes. Those 3 notes. Then I have a big jump. Now this one starts on B. Then the big jump is to F. Now this is easy to remember because remember the first phrase started on C, the second one on, yes, you're right, D, the third one on E, the fourth one on D, then this one will be on B. Then we jump to F, that big jump, and then it's a walk down from there. Just no skipping of notes, and then the last note we play 3 times. So the last phrase, which is a little bit long, we start on B, 3 notes down. Start on B 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Down, down. Then the jump. 1, 2, 3. So 3 on B. Down, down. Jump. Then descend. Then 3 on C. So let's do that last part now. Now, what I find is that when students are learning and they have such a big jump or something that may be a little bit difficult, what will happen is that there is some kind of hesitation to get to that part. However, this time, what I need you to do is to concentrate on what is coming next. So you are to anticipate your next move. So you know that your next move you are going to be jumping. That big jump from G to F. So once you start playing, you keep your eyes on F because you know that that will be the big jump. The rest of it will be easy. So you'll be, and then you do it over and over again until you cannot get it wrong. And when that is done, then you put the whole thing together. Do it again. Very good. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. And then what you need to do is to practice different melodies over and over and over again. Just find different songs that you like and you practice those melodies over and over and over again. Now, let's move to another song, because what you'll realize is that these songs, all songs, they have patterns that go with these songs. And if you follow those patterns, you will remember the songs. Every single one. There are patterns involved. Now, even it don't matter how complicated the songs are, they are just a bunch of patterns. Let me play a few of them for you. No, that's just a bunch of patterns. 2 notes in the left hand, 3 notes in the right hand. And when you play it a little bit fast and somebody cannot follow your fingers and follow the patterns, they think that it's so complicated. It's really not. Once you can simplify the songs, you can slow them down, you can also learn them slowly and then you speed them up. So the same, just 4 bars from this piece. And all you have to do is to practice them over and over again. And it's just a bunch of patterns. Let's take another song. Let's take As the Deer. Now, we're just going to play the melody. Now, what it is, it's just a whole lot of patterns being repeated over and over and over again. Now, sometimes the patterns are note patterns, sometimes the patterns are rhythmic patterns, sometimes the patterns are just chord patterns, because some songs use the same chords over and over and over again, and they fit in these little molds. And once you can find what's happening, it's easier for you to understand. Now, so let's take one more pattern I'll give you, and then we'll look at the melody for As the Deer. Now, let's look at this awesome. Our God is awesome. Pattern that we'll find in that song is rather the chord pattern. So the chord pattern here is 1, which in this case is C, 5, in this case it's G, 6, in this case it's A, and F. So it doesn't matter what part of the song the singer is, it's the same pattern over and over again. My God is awesome. He can move mountains in the hide me from the rain. Same chord pattern. God is awesome. Me when I'm broken, when I'm oh, he will reign. Same pattern. Then he sings awesome, awesome. Same chords. Awesome, awesome. Then he's mighty, he's mighty, he's mighty. Same chords. He's mighty, awesome. It's the same chords over again. So what you'll find, and why writers use different patterns to write songs, is because if they want the songs to be pleasing to the ear, they want it to be popular, it cannot be a bunch of random things happening all over the place. It must be something that the mind can simplify and remember. So let's look at the melody now for As the Deer. I'm sorry. Now, with As the Deer, the patterns are a bit more complicated than they are with the first song that I showed you. Jesus loved the little ones like me, me, me. So what you'll find is that you'll find this big or this long phrase being played. So that is one phrase. Let's take a look at the second phrase. It's almost the same thing with a little twist at the end to bring it to rest, or to close off that phrase, to bring it back to the tonic chord. Now, almost the same thing. So it's almost the same thing. So when you're playing that song, the two first phrases will be almost the same. Then the writer adds a twist in the melody. And even in that twist, there are patterns that are repeated. And then that pattern is repeated, but starting on a different note, which this time is A. Then what he does is that he now repeats the second pattern exactly as it was before. So here we have 4 phrases being played, and 2 of them are exactly alike, and the first one almost resembles those other 2 just the same way. So let's do it again from beginning to end. So, when you're playing by ear, when you're picking up these melodies, you are to listen to the melody, listen to it whether on the recording or what you remember from what the tune is. You keep that in mind. Now, if it doesn't sound right, it is because it is wrong. So what you need to do is to keep playing it over and over and over again until it becomes right. Now I'm going to play one more song for you, the melody, a favorite of our church, which is Side by Side We Stand. Side by Side We Stand. Now, same principle applies. What you'll realize that some of these patterns are repeated. So it's 1, 2, 3, down, down. 1, 2, 3, down, down. You see, so the melody have repeat patterns in them. It makes it easier for us to remember, and it also makes it easier for us to learn. So it's now. So what you need to do is to play these songs, find your favorite songs, your favorite hymns, your favorite praise and worship songs, and you play the melodies over and over and over again. And what will happen is that you'll get used to what it sounds like. Now, just to give you an idea of where we're going with our lessons, when we have mastered our melodies, then we are going to be adding the chords to them. We are going to be adding the bass line to them. We are going to have to learn now what we call inversions. But let me give you a demonstration, and then you'll know where we're going. So let's use side by side. So after we learned the patterns, and we'll take a break right here.
Aren't you tired of being the last person to view our content whenever we post? Maybe 3 days or perhaps a week later? Trust me, I know the feeling. That's why I'm here to help you fix that problem. By subscribing to our YouTube channel, it enables a notification feature that sends you a personal notification whenever EJC Virtual Church goes live. Yeah, that's cool, I know. Ready? Let's go. Now, firstly, what you want to ensure is that you are signed into your YouTube via your Gmail account. And then when you've gotten onto one of our videos, below that video you should see the word subscribe in red. You tap that word and then a bell should come up beside it. You hit that bell and select all to get all our notifications for all our content that we post right here on our EJC Virtual Church YouTube channel. Yep, it's as easy as pie. So right now you'll receive notifications whenever it's time for a new beginning. Mind Your Health, Youth Mission Live, Oh Give Thanks, Instruments for Change, and on Sabbaths or regular worship service. Remember, if you don't do it, the rocks will. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family members, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will surely receive a blessing from these programs.
Now, today we finished up our scales, 2 octaves with our right hand, and then we started playing our melodies. It brings me to this text in Ephesians 5 verse 3. It says, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. Making melody in your heart to the Lord. When we play, sometimes we just play to get from one part of the song to the next part of the song. And sometimes we forget that we're singing it to the Lord, and it should be full of melody, harmony, and joy to the Lord. So we'll play the songs like this. And there's nothing in it. We just try to get from the first part of the song to the last part, because it sometimes becomes a chore because it's not rehearsed enough, it's not practiced enough. And even when it is, sometimes our heart, we're not there. We just want to play it because it is just a part of the service. Sometimes we even play the same song, too fast or even too slow. But when we think about it, of making melody to the Lord, it changes. So it won't be. When we start to think about the faithfulness of God, and we're thinking about, wow, we just been through something today, or there was something that we prayed about and God was faithful in answering. It changes, and we make melody in our heart now to the Lord. And sometimes we're singing the song or we're humming the song and we feel a little bit different about the song. And we start to make music in our heart for the Lord. Remember, make melody in your heart for God. Sing to Him. Praise His name. Praise His name. And when the praises go up, the blessing come down. God bless you, and I'll see you in our next class.